Welcome to today's Explainer. Okay, I am absolutely thrilled you're joining me for this one because today we are exploring something truly majestic. We're going to dive deep into an ancient and highly revered text known as the Mahaparinirvana Sutra. And specifically, we're going to zero in on its most revolutionary and powering doctrine, the theory of Buddha nature. Now, this text is incredibly rich, and honestly, it completely transforms how we view ourselves and our ultimate potential for awakening. Take a second and really think about the question on your screen right now. Let that sink in. I mean, we spend so much of our lives striving, don't we? We are constantly trying to add things to our lives, to be better, to become wiser, to finally reach some state of peace or enlightenment. But this ancient text frames the spiritual path completely differently. It presents enlightenment not as some external acquisition, but as a deeply personal journey from darkness into light. It's about revealing a perfect treasure that has literally been sitting quietly inside you all along. Section 1. The Unheard Secret. Okay, let's dive into this. The sutra presents this teaching as a massive revelation, referring to it as the profoundly secret and unheard treasury of the Buddha. In the text, we actually follow a bodhisattva with the incredible name Light Illuminating Highly Virtuous King. He acts as our stand-in, right? He's asking the deep questions and navigating through dense, earthly doubts to discover something utterly revolutionary about human existence. The text lays out 5 massive benefits of engaging with this specific teaching. By studying this sutra, you get to 1. Hear the unheard truths. 2. Gain actual, tangible spiritual benefit. 3. Completely sever your deep-seated doubts. 4. Develop an upright, unbending wisdom. And 5. Finally know this secret treasury. The sutra boldly claims that these benefits elevate your understanding to a totally new level.
Section 2. You possess Buddha nature. So, what exactly is that secret treasury? Well, it all boils down to this fundamental statement that's going to anchor our entire exploration today. All sentient beings possess Buddha nature. Every single one of us. This isn't some distant, magical superpower given only to monks meditating on remote mountaintops. It's the inherent, pure potential for perfect clarity and joy that exists secretly within all of us. It is our fundamental, true state of being. The catch? It's currently just buried under the noise, the greed, the anger, and the everyday anxieties of regular life. The sutra is famous for its brilliant visual metaphors, and honestly, this is one of the best. Like a person in a dark room holding a great torch, seeing all things. Think about that for a second. When you're in a dark room, the furniture's already there, right? You just can't see it. The teaching of the sutra itself acts as this great torch. It doesn't build the furniture, it simply acts as a blinding light, clearing away the obscurity of our earthly doubts so we can see the perfection already sitting right there in the room. Section 3. Severing crooked doubts. Now, hearing a massive claim like, you are already perfectly pure and enlightened deep down, naturally brings up some serious skepticism. You might be thinking, well, if I'm already a Buddha inside, why am I so stressed about my bills? Why do I get so angry? The sutra entirely anticipates this. It validates our skepticism, explicitly calling out these human doubts so that we can systematically sever them. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive paradigm shift happening in this text. Traditional early Buddhism taught what this text calls crooked views, focusing on impermanence, suffering, impurity, and no self. But this advanced Mahayana text flips the script entirely. It says those were just stepping stones to the upright views, which are actually eternity, joy, purity, and true self. The ultimate reality isn't empty and bleak at all, it is overwhelmingly positive and whole. Which brings up the most extreme doubt of all, addressed directly from the text. What about the absolute worst of the worst? The people the sutra calls Kshantikas, those who have committed the gravest sins and severed all roots of goodness. Do they possess it too? The sutra's answer is a resounding yes. Absolutely no one is beyond saving, because this nature is inherent. You can cover it in layers and layers of grime, but you can never, ever destroy the diamond underneath. Section 4. Eternity, joy, self, purity. Let's see how this builds our understanding of the ultimate goal. We are transitioning here into the positive affirmation of what nirvana actually is, contrary to very popular belief. Far too often, nirvana is misunderstood as mere nothingness or annihilation. Like just blowing out a candle and ceasing to exist entirely. But the sutra emphatically redefines true nirvana with 4 magnificent attributes. It is eternal, it is ultimate joy, it is the true self, and it is absolute purity. It's the ultimate presence,
not an ultimate absence.
The absolute crucial point to understand here is that nirvana is not something previously non-existent but now existing. This state isn't created by your actions. You don't build enlightenment by meditating really hard or doing enough good deeds. It is eternally permanent. Your actions and your practice merely wipe the dirt off the mirror so that the eternal reflection can finally shine through. It is simply revealed.
Section 5. Illuminating the hidden truth.
Let's shift our focus to the practical application of all this. Because, hey, theory is great, but how do we actually uncover this eternal treasure in our daily lives? The text maps out an exact 5-step progression to achieve this realization. First, you hear the teaching, just like you're doing right now with this explainer. Second, you actively engage with it by reading or writing it down. Third, you deepen that knowledge by explaining it to others. Fourth, you deeply ponder and meditate on its meaning. And finally, through that sustained effort, you directly see your own Buddha nature. It's a highly active, engaged process of transformation. Now, what's really interesting about this visual metaphor is how perfectly it captures this active process of illumination. Like a well in a dark room containing 7 treasures, a wise person brings a bright lamp to illuminate and see them all. Notice that the wise person doesn't put the treasures into the well. The wisdom, the peace, the joy, they are already deep inside the well of your mind. You just need to bring the lamp of the teachings to illuminate them. And here is another incredibly vivid analogy from the text to really highlight this point. Like 8 flavored water hidden deep underground, a wise person applies effort to dig and finally reaches it. Spiritual practice is exactly this digging. The water, that pure, refreshing truth, is already there waiting beneath the surface. But you still have to put in the immense effort of digging through the dirt of your own ego, greed, and anger to finally reach it. I really want to drive home this crucial takeaway because it absolutely changes everything about how we view personal growth. The treasure isn't new. Enlightenment is not about acquiring something outside of yourself. It's not some grand prize handed to you by the universe for being good. It is simply the act of making finally visible what has always been sitting right there, perfectly intact at the very core of your being. Which leaves us with this final, provocative thought. If the ultimate treasure, the eternal joy, the true self, is already within you, what is keeping you from lighting the lamp to find it? Really think about that as you go about your day. We spend so much energy looking outward for fulfillment, validation, and peace. But the secret treasury is already inside. So keep digging, keep eliminating, and keep exploring. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope it sparks some light for you today.